hold the phone and drop the muffin. This is a Steep in the Woods announcement. You're watching Steep in the Woods. I'm Josh.
I'm Celia.
And this is our daughter, Ivy. Here at Steep in the Woods, we are 100% off-grid. We live on a 14-acre mountaintop homestead nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina. Here on Steep in the Woods, we do totally off-grid on a shoestring budget. You'll see no fancy stuff here. It's just making do with what you have and what you can figure out. If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. Today, we have 3 big announcements. So unlike some people, we don't put every single part of our lives out there for just anyone. However, there are times where there are announcements and achievements and really awesome things that just have to be shared. And today is one of those. We have 3. Number 1, hey, this is a dog. This right here is one of them 4-legged hairy things. It is a puppy, and we got it for Ivy. Her name is Luna, and you know, she's kind of a mutt, but mostly, as you can kind of tell, hound doggish. Which I always wanted, but really it was one of those spur-of-the-moment things where Celia just said, "There's a dog for free, we gotta go," and we did. And it was a long drive and a really eventful day, but I think it panned out. She's all right, ain't you?
Sticking a butt in my face. So we got the dog mainly for Ivy. We definitely have a lot on our plate, so it does seem a little crazy to get a puppy right now, but actually Ivy really needs a companion. We think it's a really good time for her, and it's the perfect age Ivy-wise and doggy-wise. She's about 7 weeks old.
Yep. So we've had her about a week. We got her 6 weeks and 1 day, which seems really, really rare. It's hard to find an actual puppy, like weaning age puppy, especially for free. The people we met, they were amazing. They were super nice people. It was a long drive, but you know, most people, people want like $200 for a dog. I don't, you know, whatever. I don't get that. It always seems like a perishable deal. You know, people will put up a puppy for $1,000, but nobody wants them after they're big. So there's this sweet middle where you got to price it correctly. And I got to tell you, this chick was the best price in the whole world. Number 2 is we're having a boy. Yep, it's going to be a little miniature me. It's going to be the meanest thing on 2 legs. It's going to be climbing trees and killing squirrels, and it's going to be awesome. I can't say I was hoping for a girl because I would have took whatever. You know, tried to took a squid if it was mine. But I'm used to having a little girl. We have all the clothes, we have all the movies, we know everything about little old girls, but we're now going to have to learn all of those things over with a boy.
Yeah, so it's definitely really weird to be thinking that we're going to have a little boy. I've heard a lot of crazy stories about him as a little kid and his brothers, so hopefully he'll take after me. No. But probably not.
No. Yeah, I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and we really got into a lot of relatively good-natured trouble, but I do think you have more trouble with boys than you do with girls.
We'll find out.
Yep. Number 3, as hard as it would seem to top the first 2, this is also just a groundbreaking, extremely heroic a deed that Celia did all by herself.
I got my GED.
She did! Yeah! Yeah! Isn't good stuff? Yeah! Come here, dog! Woo! Hooray! Hooray! Oh! Turd. 2 turds. There she goes. So I can't overstate how really amazing this was and how proud I am that Celia took what was a huge amount of effort to get this. Not only, obviously, for herself, but for all of us. It was a very hard thing to do. It was a very self-sacrificing deal, because it was not only all those tests, and you had to be on the internet and watching stuff and whatever, but also the multiple 2-hour trips to go and actually do some of those tests in person. And rock and roll, that was epic.
Yeah, it's really hard to stay motivated the older you get to do something like this. And I kept trying and I kept trying, and then finally I was like, I got Ivy, I got this little kid right here, and I want to be able to homeschool him. So I finally did it. It was not super fun, but it was totally worth it.
Yeah, so that was really the driving force behind this, was so that, I guess, she, can then teach the children. You have to have a GED in order to do that, which I guess makes sense, but it's something I never thought of. But yeah, freaking awesome.
Yeah. So something that somebody pointed out to us is that we came here and we did not have any education as far as this type of lifestyle. Anybody can do this if you just go out there and you try.
The important thing is to be willing to learn, to have that self-drive to, watch YouTube videos and watch a bunch of them, to actually dive in and try to figure out the mechanics behind whatever it is you're wanting to do. I don't have any degree in building or architecture or forestry or gardening or whatever. Up until this moment, we didn't even have a high school degree at all. So you can do it. Don't let that hold you back. Obviously, it will open more doors. That's one of the, exciting things about this, is now that Celia has a lot more doors that are now open to, for furthering this, more pieces of paper with fancy on it, or whatever, that's a very exciting avenue.
If you are interested, we have a baby registry in the description. Not necessary, just an option, but it will be there from now on until the baby is born.
So that's pretty much it. Obviously, those are 3 fairly dramatic things in our personal lives here, and we're very excited about the dog, the boy, and
the paper.
The GD, man. Rock and roll. Some of the things that are going to be coming up soon, I want to get back on some pay dirt with the gold pan and the $50 sluice. I ended up not trading my truck. I just sold it, just straight. I am looking for an old dually. If anybody's got one they just want to give away, that is totally fine. Looking for like a 60s. A lot really is riding on this truck purchase. That's why it's such a big deal. It's going to be the foundation of where we go as a project next. Either way, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. If you want to help support the project, there are links below. I would encourage you to turn on your notifications, and I'll see y'all here next time. It's Deep in the Woods. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, those are 3 pretty dramatic things for us here. Some of the things we can look forward to. We're cursed, man. It's the curse of this video.